Do you feel like you're doing all the things that you should be doing to get clients, but nothing is converting? Like you're doing all the things that they say you should do, right? Well, hi, I'm Valerie, and today on Business by Design podcast, I want to take you behind the scenes of a client transformation. And I want to show you what really happens when clarity clicks, when you really have a clear vision of what you want, where you want to go, and how you want to get there. Join me. Hello, beautiful one. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to Business by Design podcast. Your next level starts here. This is the 10-minute reset for women entrepreneurs who know there's another level waiting for them. Hi, I'm Valerie Priester, your host and your mindset and strategy catalyst. Each week, you'll get two essentials: a mindset reset to quiet the self-doubt that keeps you circling the same plateau, and a strategic architect move, a practical step you can plug into your business before the episode even ends. Listen, this is what I promise. No fluff, just focused clarity so you can trade busy work for purposeful and powerful momentum. Are you ready? Let's design your victory starting now. Often, when we're feeling stuck trying to figure out why clients aren't knocking our door down, right, to get to us, we think there's something wrong with our strategy. And one of the things I've noticed over the years that I have, been in business, and when I've worked with coaches, whether it is marketing coaches or branding coaches, right? One of the things I realized, and again, nothing wrong with how they coach, because I got a lot of value out of working with every coach that I've been with. But I realized that there's always this propensity to start with the strategy, like, assess or audit and look at what are you doing, what's the strategy that you're using to get clients. But the truth is, if we only look at strategy, right, then we kind of start to operate from a place that doesn't allow space and room for clarity. And when we do that, we're just this is just movement without meaning, right? And I know for myself, like for many years I tried a lot of different things, and most of them didn't carry a whole lot of meaning. They really didn't align with how I wanted to show up or who I wanted to attract, any of that. But they were things that, they said you should do, or things that I observed others doing that I tried to emulate, right? And hardly any of it worked for me. Why? Because it wasn't in alignment with how I wanted to show up, with who I am. And I didn't have real clarity. So I want to tell you a little behind the scenes about one of my clients. And, she's pretty much in the same position I was like years ago. She had, the leads, she was getting leads coming in, she had the offers, she had followers, all of those things, but she still felt stuck. She felt like she still wasn't making any progress in any one area, right? And she kept asking, why why aren't all the things that I'm doing, why aren't they converting? Right? I've been there. And it's a painful feeling because you're doing a lot of work. You're doing the things. You're doing all the stuff, but things aren't converting, right? And it turns out part of the reason why they weren't converting for her, and this was the same true for me too, part of the reason they weren't converting for her is because of her inner voice. And that inner voice was whispering to her, you're not ready yet. You're not ready. Like, you're trying to bring on clients, but this inner voice, that inner critic is telling you you're not ready. So imagine the resistance that was being caused from this inner voice. And that can happen for all of us. The stories that we tell ourselves a lot of times is what prevents us from really creating or manifesting the things that we really want in our business and in our lives. right? It starts with, what's that conversation in your head? What are you telling yourself? What is your belief around what's possible for you? And that's what we had to start with, which is what I start with in all of my programs, is looking at that piece first, because it is so important to illuminate what's really going on in your thoughts, in your mind, in your beliefs before you can move forward, right? So we had to really shine a light on that inner critic before we changed anything else, right? Before we looked at strategy, we had to first look at what's being said, right, in your mind to yourself, and what are the beliefs. And once we did that, we were able to then walk through her vision, right? Her vision of what she really wanted to create. So here's what I have my clients do. She wrote a future snapshot of her next level business and lifestyle. Like, what is it that you really want, right? And after doing that, like for the first time, she said to me, this is the first time I can truly see myself as that version of me, right? Because she had never really taken the time to visualize, to really imagine what it is that she wanted and what that looked like for her. So many times we fall for, what others say success should be. But success has to be defined by you. It cannot be defined by someone else for you, because what is success for you may look totally different than someone else. And that took me some time to really also understand for myself, because I watched a lot of coaches. I followed a lot of coaches, and I thought that I wanted what I was seeing as success the way they displayed it, right? But I had to come to terms with understanding that my success is on my own terms. And what success means to me is different than what it means to someone else. And the same thing is true for you. So until you get a clear picture, until you can imagine what success looks like for you, it will be difficult for you to move forward and to make real progress, right? And so once she had that clear picture, from there, we didn't overhaul all of her strategies, right? We didn't change all of her strategies, but we shifted how she showed up, right? We made we made sure that her strategies aligned with her values. Because again, when we're watching other people and when we're thinking that, this is what I think I want because I see someone else that has that, then we try strategies that they're doing. And it may not be in alignment with who you are and how you want to show up. So once we got all of that really, really defined for her, then she decided now it's time to really take action, because now she has clarity, right? And now she has strategies that align for her. And so from there, she made one brave move a day. And within just a matter of weeks, right, the quality leads started to come in. She started to attract the people that she really wanted to work with. And that's what is required when you're thinking about, like, how do I create the success that I want? You have to make sure that you have a vision of that, and that you have aligned strategies to go with that, and that of course you take action, right? So here's your challenge for this week. I want you to make one micro brave move today. Whether that is, putting a post out there with conviction, posting about something you stand for. It could be making a decision to raise your rates. It could be following up on that thing that you've been sitting on, that you've been putting off, right? Because you haven't felt confident enough to really step into it and follow up on it. But whatever that is, I want you to commit today to making one micro brave move. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing, right? Every small step leads to larger accomplishments and larger opportunities, but they all start with one small step. So today, make a commitment to take that one small step. All right. And If you want to do like the inner clarity work, like I did with my client, start with getting my free guide. The information will be in the show notes, right? Get the guide, Break Through Your Confidence Plateau, and start doing the work on that. Okay? That will help you to take one small step at a time. Remember, designing your victory is a choice. Start with the version of you who already believes that you can have what you desire. We'll see you next time. Well, my amazing ones, that's your focus shift for today. If it sparked a new thought, follow the show and share it with a friend who's also ready for clarity. For those of you that have been following me, I want you to know I truly appreciate you. For those that are new to me, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you continue to follow. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Sharing is caring. Want to keep the momentum going? Check the show notes for my newest free resource. You can be sure it's most timely to help you take your next confident step. I'll meet you next Thursday for another dose of mindset and strategy tailored for the business and life you truly want. Remember, designing your victory is a choice. Start with one clear